The Merchant of Venice, Act 1, Scene 3. Scene 3 has been enacted at Venice. It's a public place. First, Bassanio and Shylock enter. Shylock speaks. 3,000 ducats? Well, Bassanio. Ah, sir, for 3 months. Shylock. For 3 months? Well, Bassanio. For the which, as I told you, Antonio shall be bound. Shylock. Antonio shall become bound? Well, Bassanio. May you stead me? Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer? Shylock. 3,000 ducats for 3 months and Antonio bound. Bassanio. Your answer to that? Shylock. Antonio is a good man. Bassanio. Have you heard any imputation to the contrary? Shylock. Oh, no, no, no. My meaning in saying he is a good man is to have you understand me that he is sufficient. Yet his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound to Tripolis, another to the Indies. I understand moreover upon the Rialto he hath a third at Mexico, a fourth for England, and other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But ships are but boards, sailors but men. There be land rats and water thieves and land thieves. I mean pirates. And then there is the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. The man is notwithstanding sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond. Bassanio. Be assured you may. Shylock. I will be assured I may, and that I may be assured I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio? Bassanio. If it please you to dine with us. Shylock. Yes, to smell pork, to eat of the habitation which your prophet the Nazareth conjured the devil into. I will buy with you, sell with you, talk with you, walk with you, and so following. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. What news on the Rialto? Who is he comes here? Enter Antonio. Bassanio. This is Signor Antonio. Shylock aside. How like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him for he is a Christian. But for more that in low simplicity he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usance here with us in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation and he rails. Even there where merchants most do congregate, on me, my bargains, and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest, cursed be my tribe if I forgive him. Bassanio. Shylock, do you hear? Shylock. I am debating of my present store, and by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the gross of full 3,000 ducats. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But soft, how many months do you desire? To Antonio. Rest you fear, good Signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. Antonio. Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow, by taking nor by giving of excess, yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed? How much ye would? Shylock. 3,000 ducats. Antonio. And for 3 months. Shylock. I had forgot. 3 months? You told me so. Well then, your bond, and let me see. But hear you. Methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Antonio. I do never use it. Shylock. When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abram was, as his wise mother wrote in his behalf, the third possessor. Oh, he was the third. Antonio. And what of him? Did he take interest? Shylock. No, not take interest. Not, as you would say, directly interest. Mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised, that all the earnings which were staked and pied should fall at Jacob's hire, the ewes being rank in the end of autumn turned to the rams. And when the work of generation was between these two woolly breeders in the act, the skilful shepherd peeled me certain wounds. And in the doing of the deed of kind, he stuck them up before the fulsome ewes, who then conceiving did in unning time fall party-coloured lambs, and those were Jacob's. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed, and thrift is blessing, if men steal it not. Antonio, this was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for, a thing not in his power to bring to pass. Antonio, mark you this, Bassanio, the devil can cite scripture for his purpose. An evil soul producing holy witness is like a villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Shylock, 3,000 ducats? 'Tis a good round sum. 3 months from 12, then let me see the rate. Antonio, well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? Shylock, Signor Antonio, many a time and oft in the Rialto you have rated me about my moneys and usances. Still have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own? Well then, it now appears you need my help. Go to, then you come to me, and you say, Shylock, we would have moneys. You say so. You that did void your room upon my beard, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Moneys is your suit. What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is it possible? A cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Oh, shall I bend low and in a bondsman key? With bated breath and whispering humbleness, say this, fair sir, you spit on me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time you called me dog. And for these courtesies, I will lend you thus much moneys? Antonio, I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. If thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends. For when did friendship take a breed for barren metal of his friend? But lend it rather to thine enemy, who, if he break, thou mayest with better face exact the penalty. Shylock, why, look you, how you storm? I would be friends with you, and have your love. Forget the shames that you have stained me with. Supply your present wants, and take no doit of uses for my moneys, and you will not hear me. This is kind I offer. Bassanio, this were kindness. Shylock, this kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary, seal me there your single bond, and in a merry sport. If you repay me not on such a day, in such a place, such sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeit be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off and taken in what part of your body pleaseth me. Antonio, content, I faith, I'll seal to such a bond, and say there is much kindness in the Jew. Bassanio, you shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'll rather dwell in my necessity. Antonio, why, fear not man, I will not forfeit it. Within these 2 months, that's a month before this bond expires, I do expect a return of thrice 3 times the value of this bond. Shylock, O Father Abraham, what these Christians are, whose own hard dealings teaches them suspect the thoughts of others. Pray you, tell me this. If he should break his day, what should I gain by the ejection of the forfeiture? A pound of man's flesh taken from a man is not so estimable, profitable neither, as flesh of muttons, beefs, or goats. I say, to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. If he will take it, so. If not, adieu. And for my love, I pray you wrong me not. Antonio, yes, Shylock, I will seal unto this bond. Shylock, then meet me forthwith at the notary's. Give him direction for this merry bond, and I will go and purse the ducat straight. See to my house, left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave, and presently I will be with you. Antonio, hi thee, gentle Jew. Exit Shylock. The Hebrew will turn Christian. He grows kind. Bassanio, I like not fair terms and villain's mind. Antonio, come on. In this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day. Accent. Thank you.